Good morning, YouTube. I know my hair. Yep, it's part of the deal. Um, oh, oh. My friend, she texted me this morning. She's like, I'm at this party, this kid's party, and there's about a 6-year-old girl that's very mature and sweet and kind, and then her brother's about 5. I think he was turning 5, and 4 or 5, and it was like, he was opening presents, and the little girl's always so attentive to him and just sweet and kind as can be to every, and helping him. Like, he was just got a lot of presents. There was a lot of people around, and she was just trying to help him arrange his gifts and whatever. And the mother just screams, as usual, at this little girl, "Get the fuck away from your brother!" It was like this ghetto party, unfortunately, that I was invited to. And I'm like, ah! And she said, it was just so horrifying. And at a later time, I reached near this little girl. She didn't have her face turned to me, and I reached beside her to get at my cup, and she freaking looked, and she jumped so high, like almost like my arm had, it startled her so much. And I thought, clearly, we've got a dynamic going on here, whereas she is the scapegoat and the little brother will be the king. And I'm thinking, oh, what's going to happen? I mean, she's definitely working on making sure the little brother hates his older sister by making him continually think that she's wrong for being anywhere near him or in his life at all or whatever. And the little girl is scapegoated and thinking, and she's going to question her every fucking move as long as she lives. Well, hopefully not. Hopefully somebody will reach out. And I said, man, she said, yeah, I was trying to tell her she was awesome. Behind her mother's back. I'm like, I know, right? I've done it. If you see kids being abused, they're saying, I call CPS, Karen. Are you fucking kidding me? Call CPS? Hardly. Rarely. I mean, because no, they're way worse than that. I'm sorry, but you can hardly ask them for help. You just got to encourage the child. You got this. I see your mother's off her rocker, girl. Huh, you're not. You're great. Don't worry about her. I know you got to love your mom. It's cool. I'm not saying don't love your mom, but you don't have to believe what things she says about you when she says mean things to you. Okay? Another thing I see people do is something I saw in Dr. Ramani, which is try to soften the blow of the narcissist in a child's life by absolutely and accidentally gaslighting the child by saying, they didn't really mean that. I'm so sorry, that hurt. I'm sorry they hurt. They didn't really mean that. They're just really weird, That's gaslighting. I didn't know that. I spent my entire children's childhood telling them everything I could to offset what was going on until I couldn't anymore. And then when I started telling the truth, which I shouldn't have done because they were too young, it was just a big jumbled mess. And they're just like, oh my God, they couldn't. How could they freaking interpret all that? I gaslit him. And he lied straight to him. I mean, hardcore. For years, and never, the lies will never be undone. Never. So I don't even know what they all are. But this poor little girl, and I said to my friend, boy, got to turn your head away. You cannot save them all. But you can talk to them when you can. I mean, that's all we can do. We could just do the best we can. I'm so sorry, friend o' mine. And all the rest of us out there at the playgrounds that see this crap going on, or in the stores, or wherever. Man, I tell you, when I was like a teenager, I remember seeing a mother picking her child, I think it was a girl, I don't know, she was small, she was probably 3, holding her off the ground by her hair and beating her ass. I know that it was after dinner, it was after work, it was summertime enough that it was light enough that I could see, and I was just like, yo, what are you doing? The fuck are you doing? Because the kid was just tired and crying. It was 3 or what, it was little, it wasn't like freaking like 15 and held a gun on his parent. I guarantee I'll pick them up by their arm and beat their ass then. But this is like a little kid, you know what I mean? I'm like, damn. Anyway, and then later I thought, well, and then I used to see this stuff, and then I would look at, I would listen to Christian radio, and it would be telling me, oh, and you see a stressed out mom, and can you reach over and just say, hey, can I help you with anything? Can I get you some napkins, or can I get you, These people are abusing their children. And, we have to be like, oh, they're so overwhelmed. And we got to help them. I know. I mean, I've screamed at my kids after being overwhelmed by freaking 4 years of custody battle, too. It sucks shit. But sometimes you could just feel what it is. Is the parent burnt beyond imagination, or are they freaking just abusing their kid, period? Because they're a freaking asshole. I think oftentimes you can tell the difference. You know? And then sometimes when you see a frazzled parent, you can smile and nod and say, I get it. And then that'll often pull, I'll go, oh, I'm sorry. And then they'll be like, oh, I'm sorry, kids. I've seen that happen too. So let's have a great day, YouTube.